Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I am Rinda and the subject for this video is social entrepreneurship. To begin with, we need to know what is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is an activity of setting up a business and carrying out all the business operations by taking some financial risk to maximize the margin of profit. Now, what is rural entrepreneurship and why do we need rural entrepreneurship? Rural entrepreneurship defines the entrepreneurship whose origin lies in the rural areas, whereas has a lot of potential to undertake various businesses, industry, agriculture, and play a significant role in the economic growth of a country. As people are migrating from rural areas to urban areas due to lack of job opportunities and rural youth is unable to find any options for their growth, it is not only bad for the rural areas as the rural areas do not have any options for the youth, but it also puts pressure on the infrastructure and amenities of the urban areas. However, a large number of products and services are available in remote areas, but people do not have an inventive idea to utilize all these resources in a proper manner. That is the reason rural entrepreneurship is highly required to develop in small villages and their people too, and it should be encouraged. What are the different types of rural entrepreneurship? All the village industries come under these categories. Agro based enterprises. As the name suggests, these enterprises indulge in the direct selling or processing of agricultural products. For example, sugar, dairy products, fruit juice, spices, oils from oilseeds, jaggery. Forest based industries. Industries dealing in supply of wood or wood products. Coir industry, beadi industry, honey making, bamboo products, etc. are all covered under the forest based industry. Mineral based industry, cement industry, stone crushing, wall coating, powders, etc. are all included in the mineral based industry. Textile industry, industry in which weaving, spinning, dye, coloring, and bleaching of textile are carried out in and is covered under this category. Handicrafts, craft or artistic items made out of wood, bamboo, glass, jute, soil, etc., are called as handicrafts. Moreover, traditional decorative items such as toys, antiques are also covered here. Engineering services, it may include tool and equipment used in agriculture such as tractors, pumps, pipes, fitting, repairs, etc. What is the need for rural entrepreneurship? As the rural industries are labor intensive, they tend to have high possibility for generating employment, which acts as a corrective measure to a number of problems caused due to unemployment stemming in the rural areas. Rural industries have a comparatively high potential of generating income, which reduces the disparities amidst income earned by people living in urban and rural areas. Rural entrepreneurship stimulates the dissemination of economic activities in the village areas, which ultimately results in balanced regional development. It does not protect but also promotes art, culture, and creativity, that is, the varied heritage of that particular region. When industries are set up in rural areas, it advances economic development, which reduces migration of the villagers to urban areas, curtails unequal growth in the urban areas, decreases the development of slums and environment pollution, etc. Significance of rural entrepreneurship: provide employment opportunities. Rural entrepreneurship, as such, is mainly labor intensive and certainly provides a clear solution to growing problem of unemployment. Mainly the development of industrial units in rural areas through rural entrepreneurship has high potential for income creation and employment generation. Check on migration of rural population. Rural entrepreneurship can fill that gap and also disparities in income for rural and urban people. Rural entrepreneurship will bring in or develop infrastructural facilities like road, power, bridges, etc. It can help to check the migration of people from rural to semi urban or urban areas in search of jobs. Balanced regional growth. Rural entrepreneurship can dispel the concentration of major industrial units in urban areas and also promote regional development in a balanced way. Promotion of artistic activities in rural areas. The age old rich heritage of rural India is preserved by promoting and protecting handicrafts and arts through rural entrepreneurship. Check on social evils existing in the society. The growth of rural entrepreneurship can reduce social evils of growth of slums, poverty, pollution in cities, etc. Awaken the rural youth. Rural entrepreneurship can awaken the rural youth and also expose them to various avenues to adopt entrepreneurship and promote it as a career. Improved standard of living. Rural entrepreneurship will also increase the literacy rate of the rural population. Their education and self employment will also prosper the community, thus increasing their standard of living. Earning of foreign exchange. Rural industries play an important role in increasing the foreign exchange earnings of the country through the export of their produce. Employment generation. Rural industries create large scale employment opportunities for rural areas. The basic problem of large scale unemployment and underemployment of rural India can be effectively tackled through the rural industrialization. Setting up an industry in rural areas so as to develop entrepreneurship is not an easy task. Indeed, it encompasses a series of activities. These are certain measures recommended for the development of entrepreneurship in rural areas. Availability of raw material for the establishment of any industry. The availability of adequate raw material is a must. Nevertheless, the non availability of raw material, along with their expensiveness, has weakened the growth of such industries. Over the years, it has been observed that rural industries that have a heavy raw material base produced in rural areas itself often sustain in the long run. Hence, the rural entrepreneur should be ensured of proper supply of raw material. Creation of finance cells to start and operate an industry smoothly and uninterruptedly in rural areas. Finance acts as a fuel. Availability of funds at time of need at a reasonable rate of interest is a major requirement which must be fulfilled. For this purpose, banks and financial institutions can be opened, which can remove the hindrance caused due to lack of finance. Production cum marketing centers need to be established with state of art technology and advanced infrastructure facilities in the areas where the rate of production and growth is high. It encourages export business as well as bring together the buyers and sellers and eliminates intermediaries. Development of entrepreneurial attitude. If the entrepreneurs lack aptitude and competence, it will make the industrial unit sick. So, the entrepreneurial attitude and competencies need to be developed among the would be entrepreneurs by the way of training programs such as EDP, Entrepreneurship Development Program, entrepreneurial education, to impart entrepreneurial skills, attitude, and acumen in the youth. Entrepreneurial education should be given in schools, colleges, and universities. This will help and direct the young minds to work and make the career in their fields. Awareness. Basically, non availability of facilities is not a big problem. Rather, the big problem is non awareness of the facilities available for the development of rural entrepreneurship. So, the steps must be taken to make the people aware of the facilities and support provided to the entrepreneurs to assist them in establishing the industries in rural areas. Institutional training. Facilities should be made to provide institutional training to direct the entrepreneurs in the products and trades so that the resources of the region can be utilized in the best possible manner. Opportunities of rural entrepreneurship. low establishment cost. When compared to the urban areas, rural entrepreneurs business establishment cost is very low. There is no need to construct or facilitate huge infrastructure and buildings. Competitive advantages, availability of labor. In India, 70% of the people are living in the village. Majority of the rural people are depending on agriculture. The agriculture work is not available throughout the year. That is the reason why rural entrepreneurs have competitive advantage in easily acquiring unskilled and semi-skilled labor. Government policies and subsidies. The government of India is continuously monitoring and introducing the new policies for encouraging the rural entrepreneurship. These policies are very flexible, innovative, liberalized, and giving continuous support to the rural entrepreneurs. At the same time, government has also announced huge subsidies for promoting the rural entrepreneurship. Availability of raw materials. Most of the time, rural entrepreneurs are depending upon the farm based products as their raw material, which are available throughout the year. These raw materials are available in rural areas. That is the reason there is no transportation cost and flotation cost. Cost of production. Rural entrepreneurs' cost of production is very low when compared to urban industries. The factors of production are available with low cost automatically. The cost of production is also low because of this rural entrepreneurs can sell their goods and services with a cheaper cost. Optimum utilization of produce. Optimum utilization of farm produce is only possible through rural entrepreneurship. Most of the rural entrepreneurs depend upon the farm products as their raw material. Employment generation for rural youth. Rural entrepreneurs are providing 100% jobs for rural youth. If the rural entrepreneurs are succeeding in this activity, the migration of people to urban area would be stopped to a maximum extent. Promotions cost. There is no promotion cost for rural entrepreneurs. In fact, the competition is very less. Particularly, there is no need for advertising and other promotional activities for their products. Potential customer. In this 21st century, rural villages are economically strong and heavily populated. This heavy population can be converted as potential customers. That is the reason all the MNCs are concentrated in rural villages for their potentiality. Building the goodwill. Rural entrepreneurs have a lot of scope building the goodwill. Most of the rural entrepreneurs have ethical values, and also these people do not work for pure profits. Problems of rural entrepreneurship. Paucity of funds. Due to absence of tangible security and credit in the market, most of the rural entrepreneurs fail to get external funds. Also, the procedure to avail the loan facility from banks is too time consuming that it delays, often disappoints the rural entrepreneurs. Lack of technical knowledge. Rural entrepreneurs, to a major extent, suffer a severe problem of lack of technical knowledge. Lack of training facilities and other extensive services create a hurdle for the development of rural entrepreneurship. Legal formalities. In complying with various legal formalities and in obtaining licensing, rural entrepreneurs find it extremely difficult due to ignorance and illiteracy. Also, procurement of raw material is really a tough task for many rural entrepreneurs. They may also end up with poor quality raw material, which uh, may face the problem of storage and warehousing. Lack of infrastructural facilities. In spite of efforts made by government, the growth of rural entrepreneurs is not very healthy due to lack of proper and adequate infrastructure facilities. Risk element. Rural entrepreneurs have very less risk bearing capacity due to the lack of financial resources that are available with them and the external support, which is not as easy to attain. Poor quality products. Another important problem is in the growth of rural entrepreneurship is the inferior quality of products produced due to lack of availability of standard tools and other equipments, as well as poor quality of raw material. Low skill level of workers. Most of the entrepreneurs working in rural areas are unable to find workers with higher skills. In this case, turnover rates are also high. They have to be provided with on the job training. Their training too generally is a serious problem for the entrepreneur, as they are mostly uneducated or undereducated, and the training should be imparted in the local language which they can understand easily. The industries in rural areas are not only established just to take advantage of the cheaper labor, but also to bring about an integrated rural development. Rural entrepreneurs should not look at rural areas as their market. Instead, they should see challenges existing in urban areas and also be prepared for them. Rural entrepreneurs are generally believed to be less innovative in their thinking. Youths in rural areas have very little options and they are made to believe this. This is the reason why so many youth either prefers to work at a farm or else migrate to the urban areas. Challenges of rural entrepreneurship. Rural entrepreneurship has its own drawbacks. Policies such as keeping of land in protection when there is already an overproduction and pricing income are two of the greatest threats of rural entrepreneurship. Due to remote access and unavailability of knowledgeable labor, commercial markets and managerial staff are hindered due to the remote location. In order to elevate the problems of rural entrepreneurship, under the government supported resources for these projects and select only the very best ideas that directly benefit not only the community but also can compete on a global scale. It is also vital for the success of rural communities that the development of each rural project remain in the hand of the local agencies, which in return cooperates with the government to oversee the leading factor that can help develop the rural areas. Distribution and logistics. Infrastructure contains to be a challenge in rural India. Moreover, the lack of an efficient distribution network prevents penetration of products and services into rural India. Payment collection. The majority of rural population is still unbanked. Clearly, non cash collection becomes rather unlikely. Cash collection, on the other hand, are messy and difficult to monitor. Pricing. It is easier to collect in large amounts as every instance of collection and carrying of cash has associated cost. Disposable income, though, isn't always high since the bulk of rural India is agriculture and income cycle in agricultural are very erratic and not as predicted as in the case of a salaried individual. Scaling across geographies, India is a land of many cultures and tradition. The contrast becomes that much starker in the case of rural India. Setting up operation on a pan India level present different types of hurdles in different stages, ranging from political juggling to downright local factors. Any model where scalability involves scaling on ground operations is bound to run into myriad issues as we move from one state to the next. And adding to this, greater differences in customer taste and behavior across geographies then is related to more cosmopolitan urban population. Developing inorganic scale, developing synthetic scale through partnership typically results in large overheads in rural context. Finding the right partner with reach and presence in villages is difficult to start with. More importantly, there are few players who are strong on these counts across multiple typically requires partnership resulting in higher partner management overheads. Social and cultural challenges. The cyber cafe model has not worked in many parts of rural India due to socio cultural issues. One of the reasons for the failure of Kiosk model in Kuppam, HP's I community, was the lack of usage by women, which was largely due to their discomfort in going to kiosks run by men. Growth of mall culture because of the globalization and modern economy encouraging the mall culture rather than traditional shops. Another side, rural Indian people income is also increased. Because of that, these people are attracted to mall culture. Poor assistance and power failure, these two are the major challenges faced by the rural people. India is not a developed country. It is still developing. Moreover, India doesn't have a sufficient power and electricity infrastructure to satisfy the needs of these people. For filling the gap between the demand and unavailability, the government of India has to be committed to stop power cuts in rural areas. Lack of technical know how. Rural Indian people do not have strong technical knowledge. That is the reason these people do not know how to use latest technology. Still, majority of rural entrepreneurs, traditional and old technology, infrastructural sickness. The rural India still suffering with lack of infrastructure facilities, but the same time government is also not creating rural infrastructure. This is the condition of the rural scenario. Poor self image of rural youth and inadequate motivation. Strong motivation is the mantra for success in any activity. Particularly, the rural youth are suffering with poor self image. This is killing the talents of the rural youth. Cultural values. We can observe one thing here. In comparing to the urban people, that rural people have been more committed to strong cultural values. In this globalized world, the traditional people are also adopting the foreign cultures and tradition. In fact, the rural people don't find it easy to change with the cultural values. Although agriculture today still provides income to rural communities, rural development is increasingly like to enterprise development, since national economies are more and more globalized and competition is intensifying at an unprecedented pace, affecting not only industry but any economic activity, including agriculture. It is not surprising that rural entrepreneurship is gaining its importance as a force of economic change that must take place if many rural communities are to survive. However, entrepreneurship demand an enabling environment in order to flourish. It is quite clear that rural entrepreneurship cannot be developed without significant training. Therefore, instead of just schemes, financial or development as the correct for the entrepreneurship development, an intensive training needs to be provided to the youth in rural India, providing them with the confidence. What's required is to create a devoted team to take up rural entrepreneurship training as per integrated rural development program to manage agricultural sector and non-enclave projects in rural areas. Rural entrepreneurs need to apply entirely different management and administrative concepts. Otherwise, we shall be only creating an island of apparent prosperity in the ocean of rural poverty. Rural entrepreneurship is the answer to removal of rural poverty in any country. Therefore, there should be more stress on integrated rural development. Thank you.